So what else can I do with a person? So when I mouse over somebody's name, I get these wonderful icons. And for those of you who are familiar with previous versions, you remember it was words before, call, video, etc. Well, Microsoft does have a lot of language packs, but there are only so many, 32 to be precise. So when we think about that from a training standpoint, we've actually swapped to pictures because pictures are universal. If you've got a degree in education, this is actually all old hat. It's 101 in education or learning that this is a better way to go. So we've swapped now in 2013 to pictures for IM, for phone call, for video, etc. So if I wanted to say I am Christine, I would just click on her name, up it would come, and I could say, hey, Christine, doing a demo. And off I go. So now Christine has received that I am, and she can reply back to me. So again, I have that ability to interact, right? You'll see here I also have tabbed I am. So if I'm grabbing multiple people, again, if you're familiar with previous versions, it was an individual window for each person. But now we're on par, and we've got tabbed I am for different people. So I can grab different people and have all my conversations going at once. Well, what else can I do? Well, you notice Christine could IM me back. So when I right-click on Christine's name, I get all these different options. Same as before, send IM, call, etc. I also have the ability to find a previous conversation. I'm looking for something she and I talked about earlier. Or Christine is added to my favorites list. That's what we happen to be dealing with now. In previous version, we had what was called the recent contacts list, and it saved your 10 most recent contacts. Well, that's great, but what we discovered through research and talking to clients was that just because I talked to you last doesn't mean I'm ever going to talk to you again or I talk to you often. So we've actually swapped it now to favorites, where it's actually monitoring how often you interact with somebody, and it will automatically add them to it, and you can also manually add them to it. So I have my favorites list, and these are the people I talk to every day, multiple times a day. Well, one of the other things I can do with Christine is change my privacy relationship with her. What does that mean? Well, I put her in work group. Work group means share my notes, location, and all my contact information. More importantly, contact can interrupt my do not disturb status. I affectionately refer to this as the fire me list. Anyone who has permission to fire me gets put in work group. This includes my wife. Right? So that people can interact with me even when I'm in a do not disturb status. So those people who need me or might need me in an emergency, I always give permission to break through my do not disturb status. But it's a very trusted list. By default, everyone inside my organization is a colleague. Now, the different relationships can also affect what goes on. So we see here my people internally, but you can see a few people here from Microsoft. So Lisa Salter is one of the Microsoft account reps here in New England. Now, Microsoft, by default, does not share photos outside their organization, meaning as a federated user, someone who is connected to me from another company, they don't share their photos. However, Lisa has moved me into her work group. Within the Microsoft setup, that means it shares her photo. But you will notice for Lisa, it only says busy. It doesn't say in a call. It doesn't give me calendar. It doesn't give me anything else. It simply says busy. Now, in the case of Lisa, all that means is they're not sharing detailed status outside. They're just sharing free busy. Whereas internally, when I see David is marked as busy, what that tells me is David went up here and manually put himself in busy. Because otherwise he would show up as in a meeting, or he would show up as in a call, or some other detail, because he's inside my organization. So what does that tell me? Think about the context I've just described. David manually went into Lync and set his status to busy. That tells me he's really busy. It's not just that he's got a meeting or he's in a call. He is busy enough that he has marked himself busy. So maybe my interaction with him will be different. We've also set up some custom statuses here at New Signature, and you've seen them probably quickly as I went by them, where we've got working from home or working on site or study time. We value our study time very greatly to pass our certification exams, so we mark that as a do not disturb status. And you can create as many of these as you want that are customized to your business and how you are interacting. And again, it's just another way to set the tone or set the idea for different people and how they're interacting with you.